Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, you guys. It is a Bolder, Better, Wilder Tuesday. I am coming on live. It has been 2 long weeks, too long that I've been off of live, you guys. And so much has been happening. Just getting, I don't know if you've ever fasted for real, like really fasted, and it's just you and God and nobody else, limiting your speaking to people, even if it's your friends, your family, whatever the case may be. I literally fasted and just took my time with God and just needed to, check in sometimes. Sometimes you just need to do that, check in. And I was looking for some clarity, and in the process of that, so much clarity has come from that. And so here I am back on live with you guys. Still just excited. Yesterday I did a reading, an event, you guys. Some people showed up for that. It was amazing. I had a good time. And because of that reading, I wanted to come on live and talk to you guys about chapter 4. If you have not already done so, get your book. Get your book. Bolder, Better, Wilder. Listen, it's still $25. Go ahead and book it. Listen, it's in my bio. You can find it. I'll also link it in this video as well. And for those of you on YouTube, it'll also be down in the comment section, so you'll be able to buy your copy. What people are saying about the book is that they are using it on their vacation. One of my sorors just sent a picture out. She's in the Bahamas. She's like, I got my book with me. And so it's been beautiful, like getting these different testimonials and like people just sending pictures like, I'm on my canoe reading your book, or I'm in Hawaii reading your book, I'm in London. It has been beautiful hearing from clients, friends, sorors, family, getting this book and taking, it's like almost like a little piece of me has gone with them to all these different international places, and I am loving it. I'm hearing all the beautiful things from it. It has been amazing. And I just have been so excited every time I get a client that sends over a picture of them being somewhere overseas or somewhere. And I'm like, ooh, you took me with you. Amen. Go ahead. You know how we clown all the time and talk about how we want somebody to throw us in their luggage. Yeah, so they've been throwing my book in their luggage. So I feel like it's me that they've been throwing in their luggage, taking with them. Hey, come on in. So listen, you guys. I wanted to come on live. We're talking about my book. If you have my book, we're talking about chapter 4. And I just wanted to read a little bit about it. If you have it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you've read it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had a chance to dig into it yet, that's okay. I just want to read a little excerpt out of it. And chapter 4 is all about spiritual gifts, you guys. All about spiritual gifts. All about spiritual gifts. It's about owning that power that we have. It's about recognizing that we're all spiritually gifted in some way, some form, some fashion. And it's really taking ownership in that and recognizing that in the process of doing your healing and doing your work, these gifts that may have been sitting dormant, right? Because when you think about the process of healing and you think about the process of, cleaning up the gunk, cleaning up the trauma, cleaning up all the different things that you've dealt with in childhood and adulthood and, really doing the work. I got mine. Can't wait to start reading it. I'm so proud of you, Brittnee. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for the support and the love. I'm excited for you to read it too. So it's really, thinking about like how we have to play clean up woman, and we're healing and we're dealing with all these different things that we've dealt with in life that maybe we didn't want to deal with at that time, or maybe we weren't ready to heal, but now we're in a space where we're ready. And what happened for me in that process is when I started doing my work and started healing, you guys, all these spiritual gifts that were dormant started just like popping up and things were just happening. And I was just like, woo, woo, right? Like spiritual awakening, like times 500. So this is pretty much what I wanted to read about. Just a little excerpt. I'll read just a little bit of it, and then we'll get to talking a little bit more about it. Let me put my glasses on, because pretty girls wear glasses. So it says, when I started doing my healing work, I saw all the many different spiritual gifts I had. My thoughts on this is that our spiritual gifts can be seen as our superpowers. Still, when you have years and years of gunk from unresolved trauma and pain at your core, it's hard to even think of yourself as gifted or powerful. I wouldn't begin to understand just how gifted and dope I was until I started getting intentional about healing the traumas and pain I had been living with for a very long time. The more I healed, the more God blessed me with the things I had forgotten about myself. Our gifts, talents, and true selves can get caught up in the trials and tribulations of life. Being reminded of the spiritual goon you are only comes from diving in deep and doing the healing work God wants us all to do. Amen. Listen, hey guys, that's what started happening. And so I started thinking about like just things that I know about me in life, right? Like I said, we're all spiritually gifted in some form, some fashion. I started thinking about the things that I know about me, the things that made me identify with who I was, the stories my mom told me. My mom would tell me about when she was younger and before she started having kids, right when she found out she was pregnant. She tells me about this story about how she was told she couldn't have kids, right? Out the gate, my mom was told she couldn't have kids at all. And so she tells me about this story and about how she went in and, the doctor was like, yeah, it's about 6 months. You got about 6 months. And she's like, what? And she faints, right? Because she's thinking like, there's something wrong with me. I'm sick. I'm throwing up. I'm lightheaded. Like she has all these symptoms of pregnancy. But of course she was told she couldn't have a baby. So she's like, that's not what it is. It's got to be something else, right? It's got to be an illness of some sort, some form, some fashion. So she's like, what? And she faints. And the doctor's like, ma'am, after, he gets her up, ma'am, you're getting ready to have a baby. You're pregnant and you got about 6 months before the baby comes, right? And so this story is funny, but also it really makes you think about the fact that when you think about being gifted and powerful and spiritual and all these different things and about how that is your identity and who you are at the core of your being, right? We're spiritual beings at the core of who we are, right? I call myself a spiritual goon. Why? Because I'm going to war. I'm at war every day, right? I ride all day for Jesus Christ. Hold up. Wait, like it's a tribe. Yeah, right. I call myself a spiritual goon, right? You call yourself what you call yourself. I call myself a spiritual goon because I know that I've been in this fight and I've been fighting spiritually for a very long time and I'm not giving up. And it doesn't matter what I go through. It doesn't matter what trials, tribulations. It doesn't matter what comes my way. Like God knows and the enemy knows that I'm not going to play no game. Right? So that's where spiritual goon comes from. And you guys will see it in my book. I'm a spiritual goon, right? And so when you think about who you are and your identity, your spiritual identity, right? And you think about all these different stories that add up, like the story I just told you guys about my mom. Well, I wasn't supposed to be here, according to the doctors that she went to early on, right? In her early 20s, she was told she couldn't have kids. I wasn't supposed to be here. So when I think about that alone, that makes me feel powerful. That makes me feel like, oh God, I got a real big purpose here because I wasn't supposed to be here. You understand what I'm saying? So just knowing that fact and understanding that and hearing that story from my mom, and I thank God for that because I know that I'm here for a very intentional purpose. I'm here for a purpose. I know my siblings are here for a purpose. They may not know what it is. I know what mine is, and I thank God for showing me what it is and aligning my life to his blessings and the purpose that he has for my life. I'm grateful and thankful for that. And also it gives me idea and it gives me my identity of who I am spiritually. I'm a spiritual being, right? And so this chapter was really hard for me to write about simply because not everybody knows the spiritual Brittnee. Right? Not everybody knows that I'm spiritually gifted. They may know the fun. Ooh, I love going out with Brittnee. Ooh, she dance all night. We shots up in the club. They know that Brittnee. They know the fun, super high energy. You come around me, I'm hugging on you, I'm loving on you. They know that Brittnee, right? And it's funny that like I say that and I'm speaking on it because like that's just God showing through me too. That's just the God in me. I love on you. I hug on you. I bring my energy everywhere we go. I'm very intuitive when we're out and about. I'm watching over you. If you're my friend, I got you. I'm making sure everybody's straight. Things are good. That's just the God in me, right? and the spirit in me. And so people don't know that there's a deeper side to that there's so much more underneath all the fun loving. Oh, she like to dance, and oh, I can talk to her about anything, and oh, she's a girl's girl. Yeah, there's those parts, but there's also this very heavy side on the other side that, listen, something happens out the gate, we praying. My friends know. My close friends know. If we are going somewhere, something happens. There's this one time, listen, I'm talking about my soror. We went on vacation. Me and my soror went on vacation. And I've never rode Spirit, y'all. Don't judge me. I was bougie back then. Listen, I never rode Spirit ever. I was like, I'm not getting on that plane. Everybody talks about it, bumping and jumping and all this ghetto stuff. I'm not getting on that plane. And what happened? My soror booked a plane on Spirit, and she was like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm like, okay, cool. So we end up going, y'all. We're in the airport. Good old Atlanta airport. We're sitting down. We're waiting for our plane to come. And in the midst of waiting for it, I'm like, she's like, see, it's not that bad. You know, it was easy to get through TSA. Things are good. Things are starting out great. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. In the midst of like 5 minutes of waiting on our plane to get there, you guys, I hear commotion coming from the right side of me. And I'm like, what is happening? I feel energy. I feel anxious, worried. I turn. I hear Keisha. Keisha, get up. Keisha. I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? And so I'm looking over. All I know, 2 seconds, I put my hand out. I started praying. My soul was like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? I'm just praying. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I feel anxiety, and I'm just going to pray. And I'll bust out and pray any given moment in the public. I don't care who's with me. Baby, I am going to pray about it. But Keisha was all right. They got Keisha up. Keisha had fainted. I guess she got hot. But her friend, Keisha, oh my God, somebody call help. Like, it was real dramatic. And I was like, see? Dang, Spirit. You got me on this Spirit plane. All this craziness going on. But stuff like that, though, you know what I mean? When it's in you, and you utilize it everywhere. It's not just something that happens in the church. We use our spiritual gifts everywhere. I've used my spiritual gifts as a teacher for all of my time teaching. All of my time teaching, to the point where my kids would know, you better not lie to Miss Wilder, because she gonna find out. You right, because guess who gonna tell me? God gonna tell me if you lying to me. So you might want to tell the truth, right? My kids know, don't lie about it. Just tell the truth. And they speak to each other and stuff and be like, listen, she gonna find out. Just tell the truth. You utilize those spiritual gifts in every aspect of your life. And if it wasn't for doing the healing work, if it wasn't for getting down to the traumas and addressing the stuff that happened, because you have to address it. Because what happens if you don't address it, what's going to happen is it's going to keep on coming up, right? Because you are everywhere you are, right? And you're going to follow you everywhere you go. And if you got trauma, it's right along there with you if you're not willing to do the work. So it's going to be with you until you're ready to address it, right? So that's what I started recognizing, you guys. I started recognizing that it was almost like an exchange of doing the healing work, doing all these different things, addressing the traumas, being honest about my story and who I am and what happened and how it went, and writing it down and doing my shadow work. And it was almost like an exchange, you know, like I was like, God, I'm giving this to you. I don't want to hang on to this heartache. I don't want to hang on to this pain. I don't want to hang on to this trauma. God, I'm giving this to you. And in exchange for that, God was like, and now the real you is showing. And now your spiritual gifts are coming up. And now it's flowing. Endow me, oh Lord. Yes. Now your ministry can flow. Now your ministry can flow. I trust you with your ministry. I trust you. Why? Because you're doing the work that you're going to have to lead others to do. Hey, chef. So listen, I don't know where you're at in this journey. I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're on your spiritual awakening, if you're on your spiritual journey, if you're doing whatever. First off, get my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder. It's all about my process in becoming me and what that looks like. Because we don't know. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I like to follow gurus and stuff, right? And I don't know if y'all know that everybody who says they a guru is not a guru. There's a lot of people faking the funk, out here walking around acting like they did the work, can tell you exactly what you need to do, pinpoint it. Oh, you need to do this, and you need to write in your journal, and you need to blah, blah, blah. And they've never done a bit of that work a day in their lives. Wouldn't know what healing work really was if it smacked them in their face. And I'm being real honest, and I've met some of these people. And that's the part that I can speak about, because I've met some of these people who are not being honest about what they're selling to you. They're selling this to you. And so the way that I operate is like, I would never tell a client, I would never tell a friend, I would never tell a family member to do something that I haven't already done, that I don't already know what's on the other side of that thing. That I don't already know what's on the other side of my healing. What's on the other side of my healing? I dropped 92 pounds. That's what's on the other side of my healing. What's on the other side of my healing? I glowed up. What's on the other side of my healing? The spiritual gifts. What's on the other side of my healing? The friends, the support, the true tribe, right? Getting rid of all the fake people in your life, because there's a lot of fake people that are in disguise, acting like they want to be there for you, but not. Don't even know how to be happy for you. Can't even clap their hands for you if they wanted to, but they're in disguise. So what happened on the other side of doing the healing work? God showed up and started showing those fakes and phonies, and had me start Xing people out. Oh, I can't hang out with you. Ooh, you're not really even a friend. Wait a minute. What's on the other side of the healing? I had to get divorced because I wasn't happy. I needed to heal that specific place in my life. Love, relationships. God has had his hand on that for a long time, and I just wasn't willing to let go. That's what the problem was, but that was on the other side of my healing. Congratulations. Thank you, boo. Yes. So, listen, I don't know where you're at in this journey. I just know what's on the other side of it. And I can speak to it because I've done it. So if you're in the space where you are ready to stop playing games with your life, and I mean, if you traumatic and toxic in your friendships and your relationships, and you petty, messy, and you got an attitude, and you just stuck in your ways, and whatever the case may be, it's time to let that go, boo. It's time to do some real deep healing work, because something is going on here. Check it out. Something is going on here. Check in. Radio check. What I say. Copy. Yeah, you heard me. Yes. Copy. Listen, book my link. It's that time. It's that time. We are here. It's time to do work. The best work I ever did, the hardest work I ever did, is the work that I did on myself. And it's beautiful. And it has allowed me to come into this space where I am in pure happiness, and I am doing nothing but following my bliss. No, for real. I mean following my bliss in every single aspect. And I mean, like, doing things I've never done before. Y'all, I just got ready to sign up for going on the stage and doing stand-up comedy. I'm just going to show up and do it. Right? My friends have been like, oh, you could be a comedian. You could do it. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. I've heard that all my life, right? I'm just one of those people who are naturally funny. Things just flow out of me, and it's just funny. It just happens. But one of my friends made me realize, like, I could really do this if I really wanted to do this. So I'm just going to try it out. I'm following my bliss. I love to tell jokes. I love to make people laugh. I love to have a good time. That fits everything that's following my bliss. So guess what I'm going to do? Hop up on somebody's stage, do an amateur night, make some jokes, right? I'm sure if I'm funny naturally, if I actually put my mind to it and write some jokes and some punchlines, I'll probably be fine. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'll probably be a dope comedian if I really got in my bag and started writing some jokes and really put things together. Listen, I'm following bliss, following joy, honey. That's what we doing over here. That's the healed side of things. If you're ready to get on board, go ahead and book your link. Book your link. Listen, so you can be fierce and fearless. Book your fierce and fearless link. If you're looking to lose some weight, baby, book your weight loss consultation with me. Do that immediately. Okay? Do not play a game. Get my book, Bolder, Better, Wilder. You guys, it has been fun. It has been real. I'm getting hot from this light. And it's time for me to go. So I love you guys. And of course, I'm going to be back on tomorrow. Oh, hey, y'all. Everybody's joining in and I'm leaving. Y'all got to go hit the replay. Hit that replay button. Can I get a replay? Oh, it's refill. My bad. Hit the replay button and see what we talked about tonight, you guys. We talked about spiritual gifts. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, okay? Bye.